Okay, it's time for the nasty work. We're going to hook up the sewage. Now again, if you have paid for setup and delivery, I've already done all this for you. You don't have to do anything. This will be done for you. But if you are renting this RV and you are not super familiar with how to manage the sewage system, this hose, this is actually 20 feet worth of hose, will actually be, by the time you're renting from me, it'll be in a larger black bin, kind of like that one, but a little bit bigger. And so what we try to do is, can't promise it, but we certainly try to keep a good stock of nitrile gloves. That way you do not have to get nasty working on this. So always begin this effort by trying to find the nitrile gloves, which should be in this bin somewhere, but usually they're going to be in the black bin with the hose. Let's go ahead and put our pair of gloves on. All right, I got my gloves on. I hope you do too. So for most camping setups, you are probably only going to need the 10-foot hose, but this Vibe coach actually has 2 water discharges. It has one up here that actually serves the shower and the bathroom and some of the gray tanks, and then it has another one back here that actually serves the kitchen. And so you're gonna need to be able to hook up both. And so when we come out and do the setups, again, we'll take care of all this for you, but on the off chance that you're doing it yourself, we will talk about what you need to do next. All right, so all you need to do at this stage is, the first thing you want to do is look down here and look at these valves and make sure they're all closed. You don't want anything gushing out of this system if somebody has inadvertently left them open. And you can tell the valve's closed because that handle is pushed in. If that handle is pulled out, it is open. Not a good thing. And there's another drain back here that also needs to be closed. As long as it's closed, you're good to loosen this cap. You're just going to loosen it and take it off there. And you're going to take the end of this hose, this drainage hose, you're going to put it on there, and you're going to turn. It's going to take a little strength, but you'll feel it click into place right there. And then you're going to run your hose. You really want to be cautious here because you're going to have to run it under the slide outs. So that's an important thing to remember when you're camping, because when you go to close those slide outs, when it's time to break down the camper, when you're done camping, you want to make sure that you have cleared all these things before you close the slides. Otherwise you'll pinch and cut off these. And basically all you do is drop your drainage into there and you're good to go. Now, unfortunately for me, it has dawned upon me that I need to get a Y splitter, so that way this coach can have both feeding in. So I'm actually setting this up for a customer right now. I'm going to have to run to the camping store and get one, but bottom line, when you use this, you will end up with a Y splitter that will allow you to connect this hose to the main drain and a second one right up to here for your kitchen tanks. All right, that is how we set up the sewage system. One more point here before we close out. What a lot of people think they're supposed to do when they go camping is, oh, I'm going to hook up the hoses and then open all the valves so it immediately drains. Please do not do that. Please do not do that. We actually want to keep all the drains closed until the tanks are full, and then we will do a drain and flush. And there's a lot of biological reasons for that that probably don't want to talk about on this video, but effectively the bio waste material, if you allow it to immediately go down that hose, what happens is as you use the bathroom and flush, the biological waste material will just pile up in the middle. And because there isn't a lot of water in that tank, when you go to flush it, or there's no water really if you've left the valve open, when you go to flush it, the water leaves, but unfortunately the bio waste material doesn't. That creates a plumbing issue that can be very challenging to address. But let me show you on the panel what you can do to understand if it's time for you to open those valves. So if you'll look here, you will notice that we have some buttons. We have a fresh button. So if you hit the fresh button, it's showing us that the fresh water tanks are empty because I haven't put any in here. It doesn't need it. This battery shows us, oh, the battery's full, that's good. The black tank, so that's your toilet. And if you look, it's empty. You do not want to open the black valve until it's at least 2/3 full, but ideally you want to wait until it's full. Okay, there's gray tank 1 empty, gray tank 2 that's empty as well. So again, we really want to wait until these are filling up before we engage them. Or I should say, before we open the valves and drain them.